Excuse me, sir, your mic is muted.
Hello, am I audible now? Just respond someone. Well, so is was it the case I was not audible to anyone? Well, I don't know what was the problem, but if you're able to see my screen, I was not muted, but still, well, let me explain everything again. Now it's clear. Okay, okay. So someone should speak at that time because I have unmuted myself and I was means I was thinking that I am audible to everyone. You should have stopped me very earlier. Well, let it be. Let me share my screen one more time. And go back to this place. We have discussed 4 programs and you were simply looking at this thing. Well, look, 8th program is all about simple if statement. Only if, okay? No else. You have to take one number and you have to check that number whether it is less than 0, greater than 0, equals to 0. So you are going to write 3 if statements here. Then ninth program is to understand if else statement. Okay. So in your ninth program, you take marks of a student and then you simply decide whether that student is pass or fail. So whatever marks you have, let's say if those marks are greater equals to 40, then pass, else fail. So very simple one. Then the 10th program says you need to use nested if else. So you have to take 3 numbers here and find out maximum of those 3. I'm going to show you this program in practice. Okay. Then we have 11th program which says check whether the entered character is capital, small, digit or special character. So with this one, actually you have to work with the character data set, data type. So I'll show you this program also. Here you can define some ranges. Capital A to capital Z will be the range. Small a to small z will be the range. 0 to 9 will be the digit range. Now with character, range is possible because internally character is stored using ASCII value and ASCII value is a number. So as long as it is a number, range is possible. Otherwise, range will not be possible there. So we'll be looking at this example using else if ladder also. तो आपको else if ladder भी समझ में आ जाएगा and you will be capable of doing 12th program which it says where it says you have to use else if ladder. Now how to use that ladder? So in the 12th program you have to take marks अगर वो मार्क्स जो है वो 100 to 80 के रेंज में है, then go for distinction print message. If it is in between 60 to 79, go for first class, and so on. So it's something like marks greater equals to 80 and less equals to 100, then print distinction. Else, again, if marks greater equals to 60 and less equals to 79, then print first class, and so on. So you'll have else if, and else last. So that's the else if ladder. Then let's have a look at the 13th program. I don't know why this program is here in between, because this program doesn't need any conditional process. Let's understand what it says. Write a C program to prepare payslip using following data, where it says dearness allowance DA will be 10% of the basic, HRA will be 7.5%, medical allowance is fixed, provident fund will be 12.5% of basic. So what you need to do here is you take a basic salary as an input. So you ask user to enter basic salary. Now, based on the basic salary, you can have 10% DA, 7.5% HRA. You calculate those persons and add those things to your basic salary. So basic plus DA plus HRA plus medical allowance. That's gonna be your total gross salary. Now, this is not, yeah, it's okay. And then from your gross salary, you deduct your provident fund, 12.5% of basic. That will be your net salary. So this is only the calculation, nothing else. It does not require any if else. So you can do this easily. And then the 14th one is the C program to read number 1 to 7. You ask user to enter any number within the range of 1 to 7, and based on that number you print the weekday, whether it is Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, what, right? So in this example we are going to use switch case. So that will be the example of switch case, just to understand how we can use switch case here. You can achieve this thing with different ways, multiple ways are possible. लेकिन हमें यहाँ पे switch case सीखना है, so we are going to use switch case here. Let me show you 3 programs actually. 10th, 11th and 14th program I'm going to show you right now, and then you will have your time to complete all the programs one by one. So before we start, if you have any query, just post in a chat box. Ajay, still you don't have my voice? How about other? Abhishek? Hello? Yeah, I think it's audible now. Yeah. Okay. Well, then let us start our program. Let's go for the 10th program first, where I need to demonstrate else if, if else nesting. So we'll go to the online editor. As you all know, we will be using this one, and I'm going to do the 10th program. So let's do it. What it says, write a program, read 3 numbers. Okay, the first thing, we need to have 3 numbers. Let it be integer. So I'm going to have integer A, B, and C, 3 numbers. To store those 3 numbers, I have declared 3 variables right now. Okay. Now let us ask user to enter those 3 numbers. Please enter, let's say number 1. Okay, and then we are going to scan that number. So scanf. For integer, %d, and I'm going to store that number in variable A, so %a. Now this is how I take one number. Simple. Copy and paste 2 more times. and let us have number 2, store it in variable b. Then number 3, and store that number in variable c. So we have taken a, b and c, 3 values. Now the actual program, it says you find out the maximum one. So the logic is something we are going to compare a and b first. Okay, we are going to compare a with b. Now whenever we want to compare, we are going to have a condition. So if a is greater than b, then I can say a is larger, else I can say b is larger. Look, this is just a comment, okay? Just that is what we interpret based on this condition. So if a is greater than b, I'll say a is larger. If a is larger one, then I'm going to compare a with c, the third value. So again I want to compare. So next, if, now inside this a, still I can say a is larger, else I can say c is larger, right? And the same way, in this else part, we are going to compare b with c. So if you found that b is larger, then you compare b with c. Again, we want to compare. So if, curly bracket, here I can say b is larger. In the else part, I can say c is larger. Now that's what we interpret from these conditions, and that is what actually we want to find out. Okay, a is greater than b, a is greater than c, then I can say a is the maximum one. Printf, maximum number is, I'm going to print that number from a variable, so %d, and which variable I found to be larger, it's a, so a here. Now similarly, I can print a message anywhere by just deciding which variable is greater, c, so print your c. Which is greater, b, so okay, print the value of b. Which is greater, c, okay, then print the value c here. That's it. And that's all. That's our 10th practical, where we can easily understand nesting of if else. if के अंदर भी if else रख सकता हूँ, else के अंदर भी if else रख सकता हूँ, right? So let me save this one. It is PPS-A-Batch, right? And the 10th program. Yeah, let us run this code and test it. So let me run this one. First, it is going to ask me to enter 3 numbers. So it says please enter number 1. Okay, let it be 7. Then it will ask me the second number, let's say 2, and then the third number, let's say 5. Then it prints me the large number, maximum number is 7. Now how it got, so we have 7, 2 and 5. So A and B means 7 and 2 you are going to compare. 7 is greater than 2, yes, so we go to the if part. We know that 7 is larger one. Then we are going to compare 7 with the third number, which is 5. 7 is greater than 5, yes, still it is true. So we know that 7 is the largest one. We print that value, A. That's how this answer we got. Now if I run this program and give some different outputs, inputs, let's say 2, 5 and 9. Okay, so the largest number is 9. How? Let's find it out. 2, 5 and 9 is the number. We are going to compare 2 and 5. 2 greater than 5? No. So we go to the else part and we know that second number is larger. So 5 is larger. We are going to compare 5 with 9 here. 5 greater than 9? Still no. We go to the else part and we know that third number 9 is the largest one. We print that number. So that's the 10th practical and the nesting of if else. If you want to take a screenshot, you can take it very quickly, then we'll have a look at the 11th program. Okay, so that's all about 10th practical. Now let's create a new project. Oh, let me save first and then create a new project. And now let us say that we want to create 11th program. So this is going to be my 11th program, where it says you take one character. Okay, so let us have one character first. Character data type C variable, and then I'm going to ask my user to enter a character. So please enter a character, and then we will scan that thing. So yeah, you can have get char function, or you can have scanf also. So I'm going to use scanf here. Now in control string, I want to have character, so %C, and then the variable is going to be C, so %C here. Okay, that takes one character. Now what we want to print here is we want to check if that character is capital or small or digit or special character, and we want to define those ranges. So range will again be in a condition, so I'm going to have one condition, and I'm going to compare my C character variable C. If C is greater or equals to small a, so that's my condition, C greater equals to A, and at the same time, so logical operator, AND operator, double ampersand sign, and C is less than or equals to small z. If this is the range, I'm going to print a message, given character is small letter. Okay, this is my message. Now if this condition is false, if your given character is not within the range of A to Z, then in the else part, I'm going to have another condition, else if ladder I'm going to create. And again, I'm going to have something condition like this one. If your character C is greater equals to capital A and less equals to capital Z, then I'll say it is a capital letter. Now if it is not a small letter, if it is not a capital letter, then I will go for few more conditions. Might be the character C is greater equals to 0 and less equals to 9. Then I can say it's a digit. It is a digit. And if it is not a digit, then at last in the else part, without any condition, I will simply say that given character is special character. Okay, so this is the example of else if ladder. If, else if, else if, else if, else if, and at the end you can go for else. So this is else if ladder. How we can write it? You have the example. And with a character, you can go for range A to Z. Greater equals to A, small equals to Z. That defines your range. So both these conditions must be true. So I'm using AND sign here, ampersand, logical AND operator. So you can print this message, or with this condition print this message, and so on. So let me save. This is a PPS-A-Batch 11th program, and if we run this code, then it will ask us to enter one character. If I say small s, then it gives me small letter message. If I again run this one, and if I give it a number 6, then it will tell me it is a digit. Now this is possible because characters are stored using ASCII values. Now if you don't know the ASCII value, then you can print those things. Now this is not a part of your program. This is only to make you aware. Small a, and if I'm going to print small a in an integer value, character a, okay, I print character a in decimal value, तो मुझे उसकी ASCII value मिलेगी. Let's find it out. So let us print all possible characters. So small a, then small z. Let's have capital A, then a capital Z, then a digit 0, character 0, and digit 9, character 9. Right? So if I save this thing, and now if we run, we will have all these values on the output screen, just to show you. Yeah. So small a equivalent decimal number is 97. Small z is 122. So if you add 26 to the 97, you'll have 122. That's the total 26 characters A to Z. Then capital A is 65, capital Z is 90, 0 is 48, and 9 is 57. As long as these are numbers, you can have range. So for small a, you can have 97. Okay, so let me show you. Instead of having small a, I can also write 97, and small z, I can write 122. I can compare one character with ASCII numbers directly. Still, it is going to work. If I comment this out, and then if we run this code, still it is gonna work. Let me give small f. Then it is going to tell me it's a small letter. Okay. So that's our 11th program. Any query till now? Okay, Breeze is asking if all numbers are same, which to process. Look, if all numbers are same, you give 999, you'll have maximum number is 9 message. At the end, you are going to print that value. So on the output screen, you'll have that number. Maximum number is 9. Whether it is A, B, or C, doesn't matter. All are equal. Okay. Yeah. Ajay is asking, double ampersand shows the range. No, that is not. It is not equivalent to range. That's AND operator, Ajay. I already said it is logical AND operator. Operator. It is going to join your two conditions using AND. So if number is greater than 5 and number is less than 10, so it will be somewhere in between 5 to 8. So it defines a range. That's how we say it is a range. I believe, Abhishek, I have also answered your question why we have used ampersand sign, two ampersand sign. It is AND condition. I want to join two conditions with AND. Okay. So that was 11th. Now same way, else if later you can write in 12th program. 13th program is just a calculation. Let me show you the 14th program where we want to understand switch case. So let's again create a new project. And this one is gonna be the 14th program, but it says read one number 1 to 7. Okay, and we need to store that number somewhere. So let's have integer and let's call it day because it's a day number. And then I'm going to print a message to user. So please enter a day number, and let's scan that value. A simple percentage d ampersand day. Now what we want is we actually want to print Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on based on the given number, a given number by user. So we have total 7 options. It can be either Sunday or Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. 8th option may go for the default case. So when we have finite set of options and we want to choose any one, we may go for switch statement. Switch into the bracket expression. Now that expression can be your variable day. So switch day, and then for that variable day you are going to create number of cases here. So the syntax of that will be case, then the value, colon, your statement, whatever you want to perform. Let's say I want to print a message here. So print a message, and then don't forget to break your case. So break statement. Now this is a syntax, and you can have as many cases as you want. So second case, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. Total I want 7 cases. Now what value can be? So the value, a possible value of this variable, so that can be either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, 6, and 7 possible value. And now I'll say that if value of this variable is 1, I'm going to print Monday, and then break. If value of this variable is 2, then I'm going to print, not Monday, let us start from Sunday. Second value will be equals to Monday, then third, Tuesday, and so on. Okay, now if none of these values are given by user, then you can have a default case also, where you can print a proper message like invalid day number. Fine. So this is what the syntax of switch case is. Now default case, as long as it is the last one, it need not to have a break statement. आप लिखो तो भी चलेगा, ना लिखो तो भी चलेगा, because it is the last one. Now how this will be executed? So जैसे ही आप day एक value लेते हो, then switch is going to check what is the value of this variable. So वो start करेगा आगे से. If it is having value 1, then perform this task and break your switch case. So break मतलब end पे चले जाओ. If it is not case 1, तो वो case 2 देखेगा. अगर case 2 है, then print this one and break. It is not case 2 तो वो 3 देखेगा, 3 नहीं है तो 4 देखेगा, and so on. Wherever you execute and break, it is going to complete your program. अगर आप ब्रेक नहीं लिखते हो तो वहाँ से एग्जीक्यूशन स्टेप बाय स्टेप आगे बढ़ेगा. अगर आपने ये ब्रेक नहीं किया तो थर्सडे के बाद फ्राइडे भी प्रिंट हो जाएगा. So because of that reason, we need to break it. Let's check out this one. So let's say this is 14th program, and let me run this code. So it is going to ask me a number. So if I say 4, then it says Wednesday. Again, if I run, and let's say if I give 9, then it will go for the default case, invalid day number. Okay, so the aim behind this program is to understand how we can use switch case. Okay, not actually printing this day name. यहाँ पे हमें देखना ये है कि how we can write switch case. That is what we need to understand. अब अगर मैं ब्रेक नहीं करता हूँ, मान लो कि आपने कहीं पे भी ब्रेक नहीं लिखा, तो क्या होगा? Let me show you that thing. If you are not going to write break statement and you run your code, and if you enter 4, so what is the value of day? It is 4. So this case will be satisfied. So it is going to print Wednesday. But after Wednesday there is no break, तो वो Wednesday से आगे बढ़ेगा, Thursday print करेगा, no break, Friday print करेगा, no break, Saturday print करेगा, even no break. So it is going to print invalid number, everything. Yeah. So we have Wednesday, we have Thursday, we have Friday, we have Saturday. We also have invalid day number message because we haven't used break statement. So as per your need, आपको जहाँ पे ब्रेक करना है ब्रेक करो, अगर ब्रेक नहीं करना है मत करो. ब्रेक इज नॉट कंपल्सरी. Okay, so break statement is not compulsory, but we should use break statement appropriately. So this one is the 14th program. You can have a screenshot of this one also. Just to take as a reference. Okay, yeah, so any query? Simultaneously you print your enrollment post your enrollment numbers in a chat box, so your attendance will be recorded. Then I'm going to stop this recording. Quickly post your enrollment numbers here. Only enrollment number. Your name is already there, and this is only for A batch, so need not to define your batch also. So that's all from my side. I've explained all the program definitions, and I've explained 3 programs here. Now you start doing your programs one by one. Okay, एक एक करके प्रोग्राम बनाते जाओ. अगर कहीं पे भी प्रॉब्लम है, you may ask me, we'll solve that problem. Only 8 students have posted their number. How about others? Quickly post your number so that I can stop this recording. Well, I believe others are not physically present here. Let me stop this recording and you may start working on your practicals now.